Back, dear students. This time we will be discussing the last step of novel. We have two things to be discussed in this class. First thing is narrative strategy, and second thing is elements of fiction. So we have two narrative strategies. First thing is stream of consciousness, and second thing is metafiction. So what is stream of consciousness? It is a literary technique of representing the continuous flow of sense of perception, thoughts, and feelings in a human mind, often using continuous unpunctual sentences, which means we have a character and he speaks what he feels. If he's happy, he speaks in a happy mood. If he's sad, he speaks in a sad mood. So, emotions are reflected through his words. Whatever may be his emotion, it is reflective, it is coming through his mouthpiece. So, it is the stream of consciousness and it is best suited for the modern fiction. So, the term stream of consciousness was first used by William James in his The Principles of Psychology, and in literature it was first used by James Joyce in his Ulysses, and it was further developed by Virginia Woolf in her Mrs. Dalloway. So the second narrative strategy is metafiction. Metafiction can be said as if a fiction speaks about another fiction, it is said to be metafiction. So example to this is Lawrence Stern's Tristram Shandy and Salman Rushdie's Midnight Children. Now we are moving to the last step, that is elements of fiction, which includes plot, character, theme, point of view and setting. So the first thing, that is a plot. Plot is the sequential order of incidents in a story. Suppose if we are reading a novel or if you are watching a movie, there will be a sequential order of all incidents. So this particular order of events or incidents is said to be the plot. Next thing is the character. So there is a sequential order of events. So there should be a person to enact according to these sequential orders. The person who is enacting is a character. So there are two types of characters that we can see in this thing. So they are flat characters and round characters. Flat characters are those who remain unchanged throughout the play, and they may be the minor characters also. And round characters, those characters who go who undergo changes in the course of the play, and they are the most celebrated characters of the play. And third thing is a theme. Okay, theme can be referred to the significant idea that emerges from a text or the recurring and overlapping idea in many texts. So theme is the idea to which the whole plot is centering. Okay, it can be a subject. Okay, it can be a subject. So theme is all about the whole content. Okay, where the topic is relaying. Next thing is a point of view. So point of view can be said as a position from which the story is told. So a story can be narrated in three ways. So first thing is a first person, second thing is a second person, third thing is a third person or the omniscient point of view. So in the first person, I or the narrator, if the narrator is I, it is said to be the first person. And second person meaning it is a second person. Okay, it is addressed by you. If a person is telling you something, so second person narrating the story, and the third person is, or omniscient point view is that first and second person has no connection with the third person. Still he knows everything and he talks from an omniscient point of view. So it's all about the point of view. So fourth thing is setting. Setting is the space, physical, temporal or social in which a story takes place is called the setting of a story. So in order to present the event, in order to portray the event, there must be a setting. So setting can be, it can be physical, it can be temporal, it can be also social. So it is the place where the story is taking place. Okay, so there's a French term for the word, that is mise-en-scène. Okay, mise-en-scène is a French term for the word setting. Okay, that's all about the narrative strategy and elements of fiction. Hope you have understood the thing. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you.